Good morning, Facebook friends. It's Sandy here. Who we got on this morning? Who is not working right now or is working and is on Facebook at the same time? Okay, so what I'm going to talk about this morning is, do you breathe? Well, of course we breathe, but are you breathing right? Who's on with me? That's not telling me yet. It's saying it's building an audience. All right, guys, so we all breathe, but the thing is, do you breathe correctly? Who's on with me? Hey, Annabella, thanks so much for tuning in. Let's talk about breath. Okay, so here's the thing, guys, and this came to me because I just had a personal training client leave this morning, and what they were saying to me partway through their session was that they felt like they were really breathing from the chest. Now, the majority of people out there are breathing from the chest rather than the belly. Well, I should probably introduce myself for those of you that don't know me. My name is Sandi Knox. I'm here in Winnipeg, Manitoba. I'm a fitness instructor, personal trainer, co-owner of Body Balance here in Winnipeg. I've been in the health and fitness industry for 23 years, and I've been a trainer and a business owner for 10. So, welcome to the people that are tuning in for the first time. Back to breath. The majority of the people breathe from chest, not belly. Okay, unless you're someone that has been doing martial arts, you're a singer, you're an instructor, you're a trainer, an athlete, you have learned to belly breathe and project your voice from here. So right now, I'm not talking from here. Where the majority of people talk from here and breathe from here, I am breathing from my belly, and I am also projecting my voice from here. Hey, Sheldon's on here with me, Karen's on here, and Janet. I breathe from the belly. I'm also predominantly a mouth breather because I'm always talking and I'm always training and teaching. And I project from here. Now, this client that just left, and she was talking about that she felt like her breath was up here and it was really starting to become shallow. Now, everybody's focused on their breath right now, aren't you? You're like, oh, wait a second. What? Am I breathing? And how am I breathing? Exactly. Because we just do it without thinking, just like blinking, you're not really controlling your breath. So, because I have so many tools in my toolbox, because I'm a yoga instructor, a Pilates instructor, a resistance training instructor, cardio, and a martial artist, I was able to help my client with breath today. Yes, I know. She came for a strength training and cardio session, and we actually spent a lot of time on breath, and I moved her into some yoga and Pilates moves. So I'm going to show you guys, for free, sneak peek on how to breathe. Okay, so first off, yoga breathing. Predominantly, depending on the style that you've learned, I come from a hatha yoga background that I teach. Slow moving, and the breath is inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. Why? Why would we do that? Because inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose controls your heart rate, slows it down, makes you feel calm and relaxed. Client to start yawning as I was teaching her how to breathe. Who else we got on here? Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. So, what I want you to do is, if you're at work or at home or whatever it is that you're doing, you can always focus on your breath. So how I started my client this morning was, I had her walking, like, because I'm at my studio, I had her walking back and forth the length of the room. And in order to start to control your breath, it was easy to match it to her footsteps. Okay, so I had her inhale through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4 steps, and then exhale through the nose for 4 steps. Okay? Had her going back and forth with that. Still didn't have the control, because what I wanted her to do was to get from breathing from the chest to breathing from the stomach, to belly breathe. And she wasn't quite there yet, so took her to the next level. I had her inhaling through the nose, so I went from yoga breathing to turning it into Pilates breathing, which is breathe in through your nose, in out through your mouth. It's sort of a sniff and then a quick breath, okay? So in order to get her to be able to bring more breath in, I needed her to, for lack of a better word, force the air out. Who we got on here? I'm trying it now. Great, Annabella. Here we go. 101 martial arts. So, or Pilates or yoga. Inhale through the nose right now, guys. And now watch how I force the air. I'm actually holding my breath now. But I can speak and hold and all this all at the same time because I've been doing this for years. And now, so what I did was I forced the breath out, and I learned this in martial arts for you martial arts fans. Right? It comes from here, okay? I have a black belt in Taekwondo, and I have Muay Thai kickboxing, and a bunch of other things. But anyways, so we learned that early on. The had to come from here. So I was already learning that before I became an instructor. So anyways, let's not get sidetracked. We're not going to go into MMA right now, right? Mixed martial arts. Take a breath. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. And exaggerate that breath. Because the more air you get out, the more you can take in. Okay? So that is what I was taking my client through this morning. So she still wasn't quite there. So then I actually steered it to resistance training breathing. I know, are you still with me? Because who thought there were so many different ways to breathe? Now, when you're doing resistance training, which is also strength training, so basically let's use hand weights as an example. So I had her stand on a Bosu. For those of you who don't know what a Bosu is, look that up or comment below and I'll tell you. Who we got on here? Ella. So I had her stand on a Bosu and with hand weights. And strength training breathing is exhale on exertion. So it's usually a lift, a pull, or a push that you want to breathe out on, okay? So I had her take a breath in and then exhale as she was lifting her weights because we want to exhale on exertion. So I had her doing bicep curls, okay? Just the focus of having the weights and forcing that breath, she started to move her breath from the chest down into the belly, right? Which is where we want to ideally be breathing from and speaking from, especially for you teachers out there and instructors and personal trainers and coaches. You want to be teaching from here. Do not destroy your throat. You want to be breathing from here, okay? Be nice to those vocal cords. All right, so what do we talk about? We talk about yoga breath, Pilates, martial arts. Okay. So isn't it interesting? And if you're at home working at your workout programs at home, or you're at the gym, or you come here to the studio and things like that, I'm always cueing breath here, and the trainers and instructors are always cueing breath no matter what we're doing. There's different breath for cardio. There's different breath for strength training, which I just did the example with the bicep curl. It's different for yoga, it's different Pilates, and for martial arts. So throughout the day, if you feel like you're shallow breathing here, which most people are, okay, most people are like, through here. You want to slow your heart rate down. You want to feel in control and you want to be calm. Get it through the nose. Start breathing through the nose and exhale through the nose. And make sure it's even breaths. As I said earlier with my client, I had her walking the length of the room. She was inhaling for 4 and exhaling for 4, and that was tough. And then we actually worked it up to 5 steps and 6 steps. So which means is she took a whole breath in for 6 steps and then a whole breath out for 6 steps. Pretty fabulous, right? So just when you thought that breathing was just breathing, it really isn't. You need to apply it to whatever it is that you're doing. And those of you that are doing workouts at home and nobody's watching you, you want to make sure you have a good program and if you do have a good program, they're cueing breath, okay? And if you don't have a good program, see me, comment below, email me, sandyknox@gmail.com, and I'll help you with getting programs with certified instructors that know breath and that will cue that during your workouts. Because here's the thing. Have you ever been doing a strength training routine and you just felt like you hit a brick wall? You couldn't do anymore. You couldn't lift anymore. It's not necessarily strength. A lot of times when I have people come in here and I'm personally training them, their breathing is backwards. Okay, most times it's backwards, which means when they should be breathing out, they're breathing in. So if I'm doing a bicep curl, I'm actually sitting on a stability ball right now, so follow me, guys. And if you have one at home, get on one. It's good for your core. So what happens is people are breathing in when they should be breathing out, and just the opposite, right? So if I'm trying to lift the bicep curls and I'm breathing in, it's not going to work, guys. You're going to feel like you're hitting a brick wall. Get the breath the right way. Take a breath in. Exhale. And when I'm working out at home and I'm doing, a harder program or I'm lifting heavier weights, Sheldon was just on a second ago, my husband, he calls me Turbo because of the martial arts breath. So say I'm lifting a heavier weight, I'll actually force the air out and then take it in. So that you'll see that a lot in gyms and stuff, like the power lifters and things like that too as well. And that is a reminder to me to get all my air out so that I can actually take more in, and you'll actually get more out of your routine. So there you have it, guys. If you have any questions, comment below or email me, and I'll hook you up with some more breathing techniques. And thanks for tuning in. And if you have a suggestion or a topic that you want me to cover for tomorrow's live video, I try and do one a day, and it's usually after my morning personal training clients. I'm done a little early this morning, but thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.